As the forest breathes beneath the morning light, life moves quietly, guided by instinct and time. Every pause is a moment of listening, a quiet conversation with the forest itself.
In patience and precision, the hunter reads the smallest signs written on the wind.
Together, they move as one, strength measured not in speed, but in unity.
The ground holds stories too, if you know how to listen closely enough.
High above the forest floor, watchfulness becomes an art of stillness. Purpose carries them forward, guided by paths older than memory.
When the light fades, new guardians of the forest awaken. Survival often lives in the space between movement and silence. In this quiet balance, the wild continues, unseen by many, unchanged by time.
Agile and alert, it moves like a thought through the forest.
Where water meets land, play and survival blend seamlessly.
Even the smallest travelers leave quiet paths behind them.
In rhythm with the land, they take only what they need.
Intelligence watches back, measuring the world with quiet curiosity.
Energy sparks suddenly, then vanishes into the trees.
Caution shapes every movement, where shadows still linger.
Work and survival beat in steady rhythm here.
First steps into the open carry both fear and wonder.
In shared silence, the forest tells its story, one breath at a time.
Strength moves softly here, leaving only a whisper behind.
Listening is sometimes louder than any call.
Courage sometimes lasts only a heartbeat.
Together, they read the forest like a map written in scent.
Stillness becomes its own kind of speed.
The forest has many levels, and each has its keepers. Even the smallest voices belong to this place.
Rest is part of survival too.
Morning arrives gently here, revealing shapes before stories.
Curiosity is the first step toward the wider world.
Even in play, lessons of balance are learned.
Progress is not always fast, but it is always forward.
Awareness keeps the wild alive.
The forest breathes a symphony of rustling leaves and birds.
Every path crossed leaves a trace, even if unseen.
As light fades, the forest shifts its watch.
Even the smallest lives follow ancient roots.
Strength is tested, not to harm,
but to understand. Some journeys leave only circles behind.
Calm eyes hold stories of patience and precision.
And so the forest continues, alive in every quiet moment. With the first light, the forest reveals its quiet travelers.
Stillness here is not emptiness, but attention.
Family shapes courage when the world feels uncertain. Some lives are measured in moments of motion.
Power does not always announce itself loudly.
Alertness is a way of being here.
The forest speaks in hints, never in certainties.
Balance is learned one careful step at a time.
Rest finds its place, even among the leaves.
In the calm of morning, the forest feeds both body and instinct.
Rest and readiness live side by side here.
There is no rush when the land already knows your pace.
Patience sharpens the senses better than motion ever could.
Motion leaves echoes long after the body is gone.
Here, in the canopy, the sunlight fuels a vibrant, untouched ecosystem. Here, life continues quietly, woven into the land itself.
Every step is a question, answered by instinct.
Life works quietly beneath our notice.
Even in thirst, awareness never fades.
Stillness is never empty. It is full of listening.
The path ahead is known, even when unseen. Patience sharpens every sense.
And so the forest lives on, quietly complete.
Experience guides the young, one quiet step at a time.
Even the slowest lives are always moving forward.
Awareness sharpens the line between calm and danger.
Voices carry far, even when bodies remain still.
Calm is the sharpest form of focus. Conslo belong bolokdon.
Some moments surface only briefly.
Patience weaves strength, strand by strand.
Even rest prepares the body for what comes next.
Intelligence watches quietly from above.
Direction is felt, not seen.
Alertness fades only when the forest agrees.
The forest has many pathways, some vertical.
Calm hides incredible focus.
Movement reshapes the world, even briefly.
And within this quiet rhythm, the wild continues.
As the day quiets, the forest prepares for night.
Cooperation builds strength, one small effort at a time.
Silence sharpens every sense.
Care and awareness go hand in hand.
Calm returns when the forest feels safe again. Speed follows certainty.
Stillness is the sharpest form of control.
Every step reshapes the moment.
In this quiet balance, the wild carries on.
Together, they move where trust has already been built.
Precision lives in the smallest movements.
Arrival is often quieter than departure.
Calm returns as quickly as it was broken. The forest opens upward for those who dare.
Stillness sharpens what motion cannot.
Some moments surface only to remind us they exist.
As light fades, awareness deepens.
Complexity often hides in the smallest forms.
Intention gathers before motion begins.
Night listens long before it moves.
Decisions here are made by scent and memory.
Alertness softens, but never disappears. Speed answers instinct. Focus sharpens as darkness approaches.
Every movement leaves a trace, even in passing. And as night arrives, the wild remains awake.
As color drains from the world, movement becomes memory.
Some lights are meant only for the dark. Night does not erase life. It reveals another side of it.
Some hunters arrive without sound.
When night falls, experience leads the way.
Silence becomes the safest shelter.
The forest never truly sleeps, it only changes levels.
Reading comes easily when the world feels safe again.
Play and survival share the same space.
By mid-morning, the forest moves as one living system.
As the hours pass, the forest settles into a steady rhythm. Order emerges naturally where survival depends on it. Confidence grows in familiar territory.
Movement leaves echoes long after it's gone.
Experience turns uncertainty into routine.
Learning happens quietly, one movement at a time.
Direction matters more than speed.
Stillness is a form of strength.
Joy and survival are never far apart.
By now, the forest moves with quiet confidence.
When the sun stands still, the forest slows its pace.
Heat sharpens every movement.
Midday demands efficiency, not speed.
Rest becomes strategy when the sun is strongest.
Familiar paths ask little thought.
Even speed knows when to pause.
Control adapts to every condition.
Water carries relief when the land grows heavy.
Even at its brightest, the forest remains measured and alive.
As heat builds, the forest chooses shade over speed.
Even the smallest pauses have purpose.
From above, patience reveals patterns.
Direction matters more than haste.
Stillness conserves strength.
Cool water resets the rhythm.
As the afternoon settles, the forest conserves its energy.
When the day grows heavy, rest becomes a skill.
Care begins even at the smallest scale.
Energy is spent only where it matters.
Not every voice needs to linger.
Experience shortens every journey.
Leading is patience made visible. Even speed listens to the moment.
Stillness is where strength waits.
Cool water resets the body's balance.
As the afternoon deepens, the forest holds its energy close. As the light softens, movement slowly returns.
Confidence shows itself in relaxed motion. Evening begins with softer voices.
Paths grow clearer with repetition. Feeding ends when caution calls. Timing matters as much as speed.
Calm sharpens as the day winds down.
Even play yields to quiet as evening nears.
Play and survival share the same space.
By mid-morning, the forest moves as one living system. As the hours pass, the forest settles into a steady rhythm.
Order emerges naturally, where survival depends on it.
Confidence grows in familiar territory.
Movement leaves echoes long after it's gone.
Experience turns uncertainty into routine.
Learning happens quietly, one movement at a time.
Direction matters more than speed.
Stillness is a form of strength.
Joy and survival are never far apart.
By now, the forest moves with quiet confidence.
When the sun stands still, the forest slows its pace.
Heat sharpens every movement.
Midday demands efficiency, not speed.
Rest becomes strategy when the sun is strongest.
Familiar paths ask little thought.
Feeding becomes deliberate when energy must be saved.
Even speed knows when to pause.
Control adapts to every condition. Water carries relief when the land grows heavy.
Even at its brightest, the forest remains measured and alive.
As heat builds, the forest chooses shade over speed.
Even the smallest pauses have purpose.
Movement adjusts when energy matters.
From above, patience reveals patterns. Familiar routes guide every decision.
Calm feeding is never careless.
Direction matters more than haste.
Stillness conserves strength.
Cool water resets the rhythm.
As the afternoon settles, the forest conserves its energy.
When the day grows heavy, rest becomes a skill.
Care begins even at the smallest scale.
Energy is spent only where it matters.
Not every voice needs to linger.
Experience shortens every journey. Leading is patience made visible.
Even speed listens to the moment.
Stillness is where strength waits.
Cool water resets the body's balance.
As the light softens, movement slowly returns.
Precision is learned in small, careful steps.
Confidence shows itself in relaxed motion. Evening begins with softer voices.
Paths grow clearer with repetition.
Feeding ends when caution calls.
Timing matters as much as speed.
Calm sharpens as the day winds down.
Even play yields to quiet as evening nears.
As the sun lowers, the forest prepares for its next rhythm.
Care survives at every scale.
Confidence shows in how little effort is wasted.
Paths learned over years need no thought.
Feeding ends when the light changes.
Timing is learned through repetition.
Stillness sharpens as daylight fades.
Even water slows as evening approaches.
As the sun lowers, the forest prepares for night once more.
When light thins, movement becomes intentional.
Precision survives, even as the day ends.
Energy is saved for what comes next.
Departure often says more than arrival.
Experience turns fading light into guidance.
Caution returns before darkness does.
Decisions quicken as daylight shortens.
Vision adapts before the world goes dark.